traffic.
And eventually it's going to mean a gorgeous weekend for you from the Great Lakes on into parts of the Northeast. More on that in the forecast. But showers and thunderstorms continue to dot the landscape here across the Gulf Coast all the way up into parts of the Northeast. And some of those storms, my friends, some of them have been on the severe side. So there's a lot to watch out for from New Jersey all the way across the Ohio River Valley into portions of Indiana. Showers and thunderstorms, again, occasionally getting some strong storms around Centre County heading into really central portions of Pennsylvania. And this radar looking a little hot. I doubt that's really red there, but we do have some thunderstorms moving in on the Baltimore area and around D.C. Those are headed to the south and east. We'll go a little bit further westward. You'll be able to see a better look at some of the thunderstorms from just south.
Storms just erupt during the late afternoon hours along the Gulf Coast through Texas in the west. And you saw those lines of strong storms from New Jersey back to the Ohio Valley again that Sharon just showed you. Here's a...
We talked about lower humidities there, so...
Don't worry too much about this. The rain isn't quite as heavy as the darker red and purple colors show you, but there is some very heavy rain now, generally moving from north to south along with that frontal system. Some heavy rains moving towards Philadelphia right now, and central New Jersey could produce some localized flooding, and some very heavy rains moving into Baltimore from the west at this hour. One more radar stop will show us the...
Saturday and Sunday, but they may be a little fewer and further between than what we've experienced for the past several days, really, across the Deep South. Note, too, ahead of our front, showers and thunderstorms lining up here. Now, behind it, there's the absence of any moisture. It's a drier air mass. So you're actually going to find a nice improvement in your weather here across the Great Lakes and on into the Northeast as we work our way into the weekend. That's the good news. Let's get down to the big part of the story. We'll take you into the Northeast and show you first where we think we might still find some severe weather. Those are the watch areas that are in effect as we head through the evening hours. Now, our first radar stop will show you what's going on into Pennsylvania around Center County. That's where we've seen some severe thunderstorms, and every once in a while getting some reports of some severe weather. This is obviously exaggerated by the radar, and so is this. But Baltimore heading on into Maryland there, lots of rain coming down, and the threat for some severe weather, although that particular storm is exaggerated a bit by our radar, so don't let that scare you too much. But we do have some severe weather in the Great Lakes. You've had to deal with several days of showers and thunderstorms, but that's just part of the story. You've had some very muggy weather as well. That's because your dew points were so high moisture content in the lower levels of the atmosphere. That's going to change thanks to this, our cold front. That's the leading edge of some somewhat cooler air, but definitely some drier air. And once that sweeps on in, well, dew points are going to drop into the 40s and 50s from Boston down to Philly. So we're going to be talking about some very comfortable weather just in time for the weekend. There's where the front lies heading on into Saturday morning. Maybe still a few scattered...
Things break every day.